someone's dropped out. Who's dropped out?
Alright. So the delay around about 15 seconds?
That's what I like. Yeah, that's it.
What about the background? No, is that because it's my phone?
It's because
Static, can you hear it?
yeah. Yeah, so is the echo. So what we need to do for the future is we need to get a dedicated mic for it.
Say again?
We need to get a dedicated mic for it.
Okay, shall we put Gary out some tries?
Yeah. I'll come in a minute anyway. Hello?
Right.
You alright?
Yeah, I've signed in.
Okay.
Managed to sign in.
Yeah.
I've just used Rudyard because her thing was already there.
Okay.
And I can see it's Rudyard
Okay.
on chat. Team meeting and file, so.
Can you see anything called?
I'm not
Right.
sure.
You won't be able to see the other one, so 2 seconds.
They're still screaming, yes.
Right, 1 second. Okay. Right at the top, can you see what's a search or type of command?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Type in there Shakti, Shakti. Okay, have you brought anything down?
It's coming up, search for Shakti.
Right. Okay, 2 seconds. Screen again. Let's see if it comes up, okay?
I've got this Sony Pixel thing.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Right. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to disregard Teams until I can get everybody onto it properly. I'm going to try the YouTube today, okay?
Okay.
I'll put the link up to everybody. Yeah?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. What is the is it you know the video itself, is it like quite flaky or is it smooth transition?
No, it looks really clear so far.
Okay, that's great. Right. I can stop the stream and then if there's any issues just WhatsApp, okay?
There's a camera. It's alright, it's, if you can just, have everyone in view.
Yeah, everybody in here? Yeah, sure.
Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deva Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Okay, Shakti Kalash. Now Shakti means power and Kalash, sacred pot, but it has got very high significance provided we know how to connect and keep within the benefits that Shakti Kalash has to offer. At first, Shanti Kunja has given some sort of instructions. What is Shakti Kalash, how it should be, how it can enable people to get power. Now, I'll just go through what Shanti Kunja said, and then what we are doing at the moment, it's very different from what Shanti Kunja's advises. Okay.
Sorry,
So,
can I interrupt?
हाँ।
I
यो पनि एकछिन के फोन करने के इश्यू
फोन करो
ना ले शनिवार छे काले काले भाइयों ने पूछी ने
और
भाइयों ने पूछी
ओके
तो भाइयों ने प्रोग्राम केमनो छे
ओके
Okay, now a few years ago the Kalash was sent and it was with the purpose that Kalash it was taken to people's house and at that time the Kalash was supposed to visit in different places, the ways at the moment it's Shakti Kalash, it's purpose is same, but applications so this Kalash has been sent from Shanti and it has got some auspicious article in it. The physical things are not that important, but it's bringing a certain power. It's like powerhouse. Kalash has got great symbolic significance that it's a sacred things even when we have new powers. The Kalash is installed first and then people moving. And it's symbol of entirety. And we believe that there are 3.3 million deities of divine powers. So in a way, Kalash symbolizes the divinity. Now this Kalash, that's the same thing, but it hasn't got any water in it. But it has got power. First I'll tell you how Shanti Kunj has instructed to take Kalash at people's house. That the Kalash, it's if somebody requests to have Kalash at their home, on Sunday the Kalash is taken to their house ceremoniously. Everyone chanting Gayatri, mantra, doing bhajans, and it's in a procession. Kalash is taken to their house. Gayatri mantra, Jai Ghosh, Gayatri Mata ki Jai, Param Puja Gurudev ki Jai, and so on. Okay. As soon as we reach there, Kalash is welcomed at their house, and they've been instructed where it should be established, but usually it's at the home shrine. At the home shrine, Kalash is placed, a puja is done, arti is done, and then puja is very simple. That a prayer to Guru, a prayer to Gayatri, prayer to Kalash, then offering our namaskar or devoted respect to divine powers, Panchopcha Pujan, offering 5 different articles, water, rice, flour, incense stick, devo. Then people chant Gayatri Chalisa together, a short Dipyagna, just offering ahutis, and Arti and Shanti parts. So this is very short. This can be accomplished within 15 to 20 minutes. But then, people are instructed what they have to do. Kalash has to stay for a week. We don't just take the place it there, do some puja, and then go to other house. This is not the way Shanti Kunj has instructed. So what the family has to do that every day. Everyone wakes up early. They have bath, shower, then they sit in front of Kalash, do Gata Mantra chanting, Chalisa, daily prayers. They do mantra writing. Okay, this is what they do in the morning. In the evening, they have to invite everyone in the neighborhood, their friends, families, everyone. They all get together, and again they offer prayer to Guru Gayatri Mata, do some Gayatri Mantra chanting, collective bhajan. They do some sort of swadhyay. Okay. And after swadhyay, they have a short discussion about what they have read, which is called Chintamana. Chintan means finding out what elements are useful in their life. Okay, and Manan means how we can implement those values in our life. Okay, and then after each chalice, pray for everyone's Shanti. Okay, in the evening, about half an hour. It's like, what we do in Swadhyay Mandal, Pragya Mandal, that sort of routine. But this routine has to carry on for a week. Okay, so Sunday, the Kalash has been brought, it's been established. Okay, people are doing that, morning and evening routine. And wherever the Kalash is, the people are instructed that it's like, the God coming to their house. So it needs the sanctity the same way we have in temples. Okay, this is like it's got a very wonderful idea, and it has worked very well. In Baroda, only one Kalash was sent, but then they requested more Kalash for Baroda got some 12 or 14 taluka or subzones, so they requested for them. Then villages, they started requesting, so they, each subzone had some, 100 to 150 villages. So Shantiku instructed them how they can make a Kalash and take that Kalash to people's house. But, that's what, when this Mahayagna was done to celebrate the Silver Jubilee, it was such a massive attendance, and everyone were preconditioned. And when people are preconditioned and they take part in yajna, they will become our volunteers. That's what, the Prayaj, the preparatory phase. Okay, it was, Kalash was very useful. Okay, when Kalash is brought, at least one person in the family, they are supposed to observe fasting. Every day, people will put one fistful of grains, some sort of rice or whatever, the local, and they will put 1 rupee in yogurt. Okay. In the evening, they will, whatever is cooked, they will offer it as prasad. Okay, they will even do Balivasha, that, Balivasha Yagna. It's not very popular here, but it is a must for each and every Persian. That whenever food is cooked, 5 small pieces are made, you dip in ghee and offer it to holy fire. The first one is for Almighty God. Second one is for all divine powers of the avatars. Third one is for rishis. Fourth one is all human beings. And fifth one is all other living beings. Okay, in that way, in 5 small offerings, we are covering the entire universe. Okay, nothing is left out. In the morning, after they do chanting, they have to offer water to sun god. in the morning they place some water and tulsi leaves near the Kalash. Okay. And when after a week the Kalash leaves from there, ceremoniously it goes to somebody else's house. But this 1 week, it's just like learning. It's how we can connect so that even after Kalash goes away, we stay connected to the power. Okay, but what other wonderful thing they did, that wherever Kalash was placed, they will ask for sacred firewoods, either from mango tree or 5 or 6 local trees which are considered sacred. So they will get small sticks from there. Okay, those 4 will be used in the Mahayana. But when we send something, we'll feel connected. Okay, we have given something. Okay, so our contribution. Okay, we put 1 rupee every day. That contribution, a fistful of grains, plus this 4 sacred fireworks. Okay, all these are contribution for each and every house where Kalash visited. Because now everyone feel connected. So in when they did in village, okay, but they had it for a year, and it visited each and every house. Each and every house, household, they felt connected. And that's why they saw such a massive presence. And not just, in terms of number, but their, devotion, that connection was so solid. Okay, it was like a miracle. Okay. Initially people thought that this is very, routine thing. But now that's what we need to. Okay, but that's another thing that wherever Kalash is placed, they are asked to observe 4 self-controls, which we say in Satsankalpa every day. Okay, control of senses, control of time, okay, time discipline, money matters, and thought process. Okay, in a week, this is like, Gurudev is coming to us. Gurudev has a powerhouse. In a week, we get into this routine. Okay, this is like when Kalash is coming to us, it's like a wide connection. Okay, it's a physical presence. But even after the Kalash goes from our house, we are connected wirelessly. The process continues because in a week we have learned that process, how we can connect to Gurudev and get power. Okay, it's in a way it's like upasana, sadhana, and aradhana. This is a routine. Okay, in a week we get into that routine, and it becomes part of our life. Okay, so even after Kalash goes away, okay, Gurudev's virtual presence is still there. And we continue to practice this daily routine and stay connected. And it consolidates day by day. Now, the way we are doing at the moment, okay, Kalash is just like, people think that, okay, this is something very lucky. Let's get that, our house, okay, we take that to that house, okay, do some sort of puja, okay, they feel blessed, okay, Kalash goes to other house, but nothing has changed in their life, okay. The elements of upasana, sadhana and aradhana, they didn't learn anything. So after, okay, Kalash came to their house, okay, it's a sacred Kalash, so it has got something to offer. But after Kalash has gone away, life is back to the same. Okay. So this is a wonderful idea, and that's why, it's not just Kalash. Okay, any program that's set by Shanti Kunj, and in Shanti Kunj, it's not that it okay thought came to them and they made a program and sent it to everyone. Like Samik Sadhana. Samik Sadhana was very wonderful routine, but people thought that okay that the song forget it that if we play that's Samik Sadhana. So there are three words which has been misused a lot. Okay, everybody says that you have to look dish, card, dish means locality. You have to see, okay, there's things that happen in India, the same thing can't be applied everywhere. Okay. Second is card, the time we are living in. Okay, something that was very easy in ancient times, or few years ago. It may not be practical these days. The same way. Okay, and paricity means situation. Okay, but now these things need to be considered. But how we can consider? If we have proper knowledge of everything, then we are able to decide, okay, like, Gurudev was asked that, okay, in 1958, Gurudev was asked that he should perform 1008 yagna. At that time, even, 25 coins were unimaginable. Okay. Leave aside, 1008. Gurudev did it because, Gurudev had that power. But that doesn't mean that we can't do it. Okay, we are connected to powerhouse. Okay, Desh card paricity. So if we have, it's just like if we have proper knowledge of everything, then we'll see. Okay, what maximum we can do, not a minimum. What maximum do? Okay, well, if we can't do 1008, okay, what is possible for us? But we have got into habit of doing minimum. It's like Shanti Kunj is sending us an elephant, and scissors are out. Okay, we start trimming the program, and it's become a small body. Okay, it loses its appearance. Okay, that has happened to so many programs, and it is happening to Kalash. So, okay, that's fine. Okay, well, we haven't got much time, but it can be kept at somebody's house for a day. Okay,
It is stayed at our house overnight.
yeah.
Our house.
But I don't know whether everyone is explained the routine they should practice. Okay, that's why it's very important that if we get into that like we go to Shanti Kunj and we get into the routine. Okay, if we bring that routine home, we can't practice the same routine because in Shanti Kunj we had it 24 hours. At home we have to go to job. Okay, we have to look after family. There are so many things, but we should, if we think how we can fit that routine in our whichever sort of life we are living, then it is possible to, practice in one way or another.
For me, it was, see, I didn't know all this. My understanding is that we are, you're kind of worshipping, and like you do idol worship, you're worshipping in terms of its physical representation. What does it physically represent? Not the actual real meaning behind it. So how should you adopt different things in your life and how that routine on a day-to-day basis would actually make changes?
Yep, like anything, there are two aspects. One is physical, one is subtle. Okay, the Kalash in its physical form, it's like a Gurudev coming to our house. Okay, But okay, if we just keep it in one corner, okay, just do morning puja and evening puja. Okay, like okay, if just imagine if Gurudev had come to our house, we would like to spend as much time as possible. Okay, even if we are away, our mind is connected, our heart is connected, isn't it?
Mm.
So here, Kalash, in form of Kalash, Gurudev is coming to our house. Gurudev has come with the power, but recently there was Swadhyay on Gurudev's, I think it was on one of Apno Se Apni Baat. It's like a message coming to Gurudev's direct message to each and every Parijan, in which it says that, okay, Shakti is there, but there are some conditions to get connected and reap the benefits. If we can't fulfill those conditions, if we don't put any efforts, then Shakti is there, but we won't get much advantage of. So the physical Kalash, when it comes, it's like Gurudev coming to our house, and with help of Gurudev, we have started our effort to change our day-to-day life. Okay, Gurudev is helping us, and we get into that routine. Even after Kalash goes away, Gurudev in subtle form is still with us. And what we have learnt in those 7 days, okay, we are practicing that every day to stay connected. Now, when the Kalash Yatra which we are doing, the way we are doing now, okay, it's like whoever has requested. Okay, in the morning there was someone who said that they are waiting for Kalash. They want to know when Kalash is arriving so that they can get people in. Okay, that's fine. Okay, people have come in, but it's like Gurudev said that okay, people go and take a shower in Ganga, thinking that they are
Sins are
washed off. But we go to learn something, so that it's like the process is started, but we have to do something so that our sins gets washed off little by little. Okay, it's just like extremely shortcut. Okay, do whatever you want to, and just go and take one dip in Ganga and come back. But that's Gurudev has shown what that means. Okay, what Ganga has done in her life, we have to do the same process in our life to be able to wash off our sin.
It's very nice.
It was different like, when I was asking the question as well when he came to my house and I've asked. Obviously, we'd be looking at the actual physical colours in terms of like what was representing, and then there was obviously my understanding was that it contained earth of different kind
That's what
of
it's got in there anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, before it was in the physical form, but now it has gotten. Now it has come to us in subtle form. Okay, like few years ago, Kalash, there were so many Kalash and people got to that Kalash at their house. But without connecting, okay, without understanding its significance, okay, it's just like a gem. Okay, it's lying on the road. Someone who doesn't know its value, they will just see and throw it away. But someone who knows its value, okay, they will get the benefit.
So this is not our fault then for not
Yeah, it is,
providing
it
the
is.
information.
Well, information was given, but like Desh card paricity, these are so much misused. Okay, that whatever happens in India, it's not possible here. So we try to find, we go for popular things. Like when Kalash is very popular, like some Vaishnava Sampradaya, they take a Thakurji at people's house. That's very popular, so so many people get Thakurji at their house. Okay, we are doing the same thing. Okay, we are like, taking Gurudev from house to house. That's fine, but establishing Gurudev in every household, that process is part of Kalash, and that's possible only if Kalash stays there for at least few days, if not a week, then a couple of days. Kalash was, we are offered Kalash in January. It's, unfortunately we couldn't get until end of May. Yeah, so there are, clear-cut instructions given during Baroda Kalash, Shakti Kalash. Okay, and I got the same instructions here that what we have to tell people when we go to that house, what they have to do, what they have to practice. Okay, even for adults, okay, what they can do, for kids, what they can do. Okay, get all the kids, make them do some mantra writing. Okay, even after Kalash goes away, they will get together and continue it.
So when they come and, because they have like the look stuff, isn't it?
Yeah,
Mine
that's
is
the
the
whole,
yeah. Is that the procession
Yeah.
that we bring it and holding it up high? What's
Yeah,
the
it's a
purpose?
respect.
It's respect.
Yes,
So when you pass it across, is this,
yes.
that's just a form of respect to
Yeah,
hold the top of your head.
Holding high, holding up on our head.
That it's above us. It's way below it. The power.
It's not like when we have respect for some, okay, we honor them, okay, we connect to them. It's like they are not. Power is not there to control us. Power is there to help us. Power is there to guide us.
Changes, transforms.
Yeah, but Gurudev has done this stuff to do good to humanity. He didn't use even a small part for himself. And there was a couple of books there. People have, Gurudev says, Gurudev Sansparan. I don't know the whole title, but they have, those who have lived with Gurudev, they've seen how Gurudev has been very economical about using something for himself. Whatever he has done, he has done for
Humanity.
humanity.
So right now, with only 6 weeks to go before the yajna,
Yeah.
is it a case of, as in, do we change the way we're doing it at the moment?
Well,
Do we
it's
continue?
one thing we have to educate our own self,
Mm.
the importance of Kalash, and the way it was done in Baroda, that only one Kalash came from Shantikunj, but then they were replicated into many.
So has it got the soil from different pilgrimage?
Yeah,
Or
it
is it
was
water?
there before. It was there before. At the moment, there are only 5 auspicious articles in it, but that's not very important.
That's very important.
It's when we see something like idol in a temple, it's just made of stone or metal. Okay, you can break it. So in that sense, it's not important. But when we put our faith into that idol becomes living God.
Mm.
Okay, the same principle applies with Kalash. That in the 7 days we learn that process, how we can make that physical Kalash into virtual
Mm.
divine power that stays with us all the time.
So what should we do now then, in terms of, because it's already begun to maybe.
Okay,
Hundreds of
until
thousands.
this yagna, actually, it could have been very like what they did in Vadodara. Nearly um, 1 million households they received these 4 separate firewoods
From each.
from each household.
Mhm.
Okay, they received food grains, they received contribution, and from that, the whole yagna was managed. Now it's not just a physical resources, it's people's heart and mind joined together.
Mhm.
That's very important, and that's yagna. Okay, even good feelings, good thoughts of millions of people come together. Like at the moment in this yagna, the way we planned before, that will do small yagnas, will explain everything, will make them write Gayatri mantra or chant Gayatri mantra. Okay, this is a preconditioning. Without that preconditioning, people will come. Okay, they will take part in yagna thinking that that's they will feel blessed and they will go away, and we are
Back to square one. Yeah.
even worse off.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So that is the process. Okay, it's all there. Okay, it's not that this is something new, but we need to. It's just like in Prayaj in January we should have sat down and got to know about all these things. Okay, how we can implement all these things in local conditions.
So it sounds like we can do all these things, just not for a week because of the time
Yeah.
constraints.
Okay. Kalash is just one thing. Okay, still, we got so many people who have shown their interest. There are still 6 weeks left. We phone them and we explain them if they want to take the best advantage of yajna for themselves and their family. Okay, they should. If they can do this much, it will be very beneficial.
Mm.
So this is time we can connect them. If we don't do them, they will come, they take part in yajna and they will disappear.
See, at the moment, you had a list, didn't you, of just the basic things that.
चेली पूजा करानी थी इसमें
हाँ.
इंद्रजीत भाई वाली लिस्ट टाइप को तो कि अपने गायत्री मंत्र की स्टार्ट करवानो
Guruvanda.
Well, it's instruction હતી તે બધી આપણે ગુજરાતીમાં કરી હતી, ઇંગ્લિશમાં પણ કરી હતી, પણ then I didn't pass it over because when we are not practicing that, then it's
But should this be explained? Should Jenny
first of
in a
all,
small form.
people request Kalash. We should just talk to them that it's a good thing that they are requesting Kalash at their house. Then we can say that we aren't got so many days, but Kalash is coming to that house for a day.
Mm-hmm.
But if they like we give them a week, that if you start doing this, but here they got a week, so we explain them and they practice that for a week. We haven't got time, so what we can do is take all whoever requests, we go there after a week. For a week where they start, doing at least something. So when Kalash comes to their house, that will become consolidated.
And afterwards they'll continue.
Yeah, they will continue. But when we sent email long ago, about 3 months ago, for 120 years, we said that if they wish to take part, they should, what the minimum they should do, and that was, finishing one book. And there are so many people who are, calling and saying that, they have already finished the book.
But they are getting priority, aren't they? The people who finish.
Yeah, but now, we have just, we haven't explained these people, we just took down their name. And even if we have 1,000 Kundi Yagna, we'll get that many people to take part in it. We shouldn't worry about that, but whether we'll get them or not, that worry made, just get as much name as possible.
Keep the momentum going, basically.
Because all that's being thought about is just this weekend, just this one day event.
It's a few hours.
And what's going to happen after that?
Yeah. And it's a prayaj is very important. Without that preconditioning, yagna can't give much benefit.
I see what you mean. I mean, when we say that it's just for that weekend, those few hours, people are going to forget, basically, isn't it?
It depends what message they take away from what is explained about Upasana Sadhana. If they take the message and understand it, then they may go back to their homes and their lives and start doing something.
Yeah.
So some of them will, but some of them won't.
Explanation should be done, and then we should live with them something small that can, remind them.
Yeah.
But it's our experience that we read a good book, but after a few days or few weeks, how much we remember about that. So good things, people get they get inspired, but inspiration is like putting a car in first gear. That's the most difficult thing. Once it's up and running, in 7 days, it helps them. Here, even before car is put in first gear, Kalash moves out from their house.
And then it's kind of like not the misconceptions, but people think, oh, I had this at my house, I feel lucky, everything's blessed now, everything's good, it's gone now, that's it, great. And I think that's how a lot of people see it, because they look at it as a religious symbol, what it represents.
99.99% people are going to think that way. But everyone got a little bit of Shuddha. How we can, make it prosper, that's up to us.
So realistically, with 6 weeks to go, I'm guessing there's a list of people waiting to have gone to their house. Did you say we've got a translation in English?
Yeah, well, I can forward it to you, but even in 6 weeks we can do a lot. Get the names, explain them, ask them to wait for a week. And just like when we doing Umsam Sanskar, we say that God is coming to our house. And we are assuring that God will wherever there is God, there is temple. And we are assuring that God that will create that atmosphere in the house. Okay, this we can say that. Okay, this is Sacred Kalash. So if you can do, we don't need to, you know, give them very big task. Just 5 minutes chanting.
Mm.
Okay, just 2 or 3 small things. Okay, if they get into that routine. Okay, when Kalash gets there, they are already somewhat preconditioned. And even if the Kalash is going to stay there for a day or few hours, okay, that will do a lot than the, you know, what we are doing at the moment.
Yeah. Just for this preconditioning, so I'm guessing things like writing the Gayatri Mantra, as you said, mentioned, saying the Gayatri Mantra.
Like there are so many things that okay, what the members, the family members have to do. Okay, every day they have to do pranam to each other. Okay, kids are okay. They are explaining that way that they should respect mom and dad. Mom and dad are in turn told that they should okay respect kids and give good guidance. Okay, but so there are lot many things. But this needs okay if we explain them, okay, they will at least get some sort of understanding what is involved.
I believe Indra was leading on this, so
I don't know whether they had any training because Jimmy said that you know where it comes to get the Kalash, they will be trained. Shikal, you were there, isn't it?
Yeah, there wasn't any training.
Okay, but did anyone of you request to?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah. So sometimes
No,
we have to
there was a
demand.
training already.
Okay. Sometimes we have to demand that okay, we don't know anything. If you can teach us how to manage Kalash, how to do puja.
I don't know if the elders, if they had any training, I don't know, I'm not sure.
Well,
yeah.
huh? No, yeah, but there is another thing that you know, for them it's like you know, when we take Kalash to people's house, they donate money, and they are thinking that okay, this is very big expenditure in Mahayagna, so that will help some way. So yeah, but okay, they are thinking that their own way, but we have to think how we can make things happen. What happened in India? Okay, in Baroda. Okay, in Baroda is a metropolitan city. People are living just like us. Okay, if it is possible there, then why not here? We shouldn't just say that, okay, that's India, this is UK, it's a very different situation.
I think here is yeah, people will see they won't know what Kalash is, so they see it as just an object, and that's their view on it.
Yeah.
They don't see anything beyond that at all.
Today there was a yagna, and yagna, this is Gujarati guy, is married to Iranian lady, 3 kids, but you know, they were involved in puja. Like you know, kids, and even though you know, she's still practicing her faith, but you know, kids, they were chanting Gayatri Mantra in such a good way, you know. Had small PA system, I gave them mic, They were so happy, and after that, they are after you. Okay, asking various things. Okay, by in year 2, 3, okay, these young kids. And that Iranian lady, she loved that, the principle of equality. Men and women both are same. Because it's a part of the world where,
There's
women are
education.
subordinate.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Ashwai.
Okay, thank you.
Santi Pat.
Om Dhyam Shanti Antariksham Shanti Prithvi Shanti Apa Shanti Oshadaya Shanti Vasadaya Shanti Vishvedeva Shanti Brahma Shanti Sarvagam Shanti Shanti Reva Shanti Sama Shanti Devi Om Shanti 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 Sarvajya Shanti Bhavatu. Okay, in my old days, the consultant would just come and do surgery and go away. Okay. Now, this is the situation here, okay. This Shanti Kunj bios, they have got a very different role. Okay. So we shouldn't just imitate what they are doing. Okay, they are like consultants. Okay, they are experts. But we have to start from the ground level and work upwards.
Get the strong foundation.
Yeah. So if they are saying that Kalash is very popular, take to as many houses as possible, that's fine. What they are saying, it's true from their point of view, but we have to think what is good from our point of view.
Thank you.
મંદિરોમાં લઈ જવાના કળશ કરી
મંદિરોમાં લઈ જશે ઇન્દ્રજીતભાઈને તમે પૂછી લેજો.
ના હું તો ખાલી